Is testosterone replacement therapy right for you? This is currently a hotly debated question with such wide-ranging views and belief systems. In this video, it is my hope that I can provide the science and guidance you need to make the best and healthiest decision for you. Historically, symptoms of decreased testosterone in men were mainly seen in older men. This is because testosterone decreases naturally and dramatically as we age, which is shown in a study by Cohen and colleagues called Low Testosterone in Adolescents and Young Adults. Some studies place the range between a 20 to 40% decrease in testosterone by age 50, or a 1 to 2% decrease per year starting at the age of 30, which may be further amplified by chronic diseases, medications, and body fat composition. Approximately 40% of men over the age of 45 are hypogonadal, or clinically low in testosterone. Furthermore, due to the increasingly estrogenic modern environment we live in today, where we are constantly exposed to animal-based foods, synthetic chemicals, genetically modified organisms, pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, and household and environmental pollutants, we are seeing testosterone levels drop lower in all men, irrespective of the natural aging process. A 2007 study in the Journal of Clinical Endocrinology and Metabolism showed that testosterone levels in men of all ages have been dropping 1% per year since the 1980s. A Danish study showed double-digit declines in men of the same age in the 1960s compared to men in the 1920s. Sperm counts have also been shown to be dramatically diminishing. Regarding strength, as measured by a man's right-handed grip, a 2016 study showed that the average 20 to 34-year-old man in 1985 could apply 117 pounds of force, compared to only 98 pounds today. Grip strength is strongly linked with lifespan. Decreases in manual labor, exercise, and our movement within the natural world further contribute to the downward trend in testosterone levels in the last 50 years. For the first time in the long and storied history of man, spanning back hundreds of thousands of years, men are just not quite as manly today as they used to be. A mere 50 years into this synthetic petrochemical experiment on our sacred body vessel, which is only a minute indentation, comma, or exclamation point in the vast historical story written of man, we see clear and irrefutable evidence of man-made interventions turning horribly wrong. Women are being equally impacted hormonally by the synthetic parallel world, only recently created by the hands of man. The latest science has shown that plastic bottled water is a major source of endocrine or hormonal disruption, emanating from the thousands of micro and nanoplastic particles found in just one single bottle. Additionally, heavy metals are used in the production of plastic bottles. The heavy metals, micro and nanoplastics found in plastic bottles have been shown by the latest science to cross the blood-brain barrier, where they are difficult to remove. These plastic particles and heavy metals not only act as hormone disruptors, but also act as harmful free radicals, creating oxidative damage to our cells and blood vessels, and contributing to cardiovascular, neurodegenerative, and autoimmune diseases. The great plastic experiment has created a hazardous and toxic environment with micro and nanoplastics found across the entire globe, from pole to pole, exposing us to harmful micro and nanoparticles in everything from our carpets to the clothing on our backs. Endocrine or hormonal disruptors enter our body from numerous sources in the environment through what we eat, drink, absorb, and breathe. Through these sources, men are becoming more estrogenic, while testosterone levels are plummeting. Even young men today are experiencing low testosterone and high estrogen levels. Estrogen and testosterone have an inverse relationship. Higher estrogen levels correspond with lower testosterone levels and vice versa. Obesity also creates a major increase in estrogen by aromatizing testosterone into estrogen. This means that we are not only witnessing an increase in estrogen and a decrease in testosterone in older men who are already naturally experiencing hormonal shifts as they age, but now also younger men who historically were much less likely to experience low testosterone. Now here is the important point. Just because younger people are experiencing lower levels of testosterone does not mean they should automatically start testosterone replacement therapy, or TRT. First, anyone who is experiencing symptoms of low testosterone, which is measured through blood tests, as well as, more importantly, the symptoms of low testosterone, such as fatigue, low sex drive, disrupted sleep, mood imbalance, loss of lean muscle mass, and weight gain, for example, should first attempt to increase testosterone and decrease estrogen naturally. The biggest mistake men and women are making today is to search for and rely upon a quick and easy silver bullet approach for healthy transformation in their lives. A natural holistic approach is patient, disciplined, determined, and diverse. A natural holistic approach uses a wide range of healthy practices to fully address the root source and true underlying cause of the imbalance. It is quick and easy to just start pellet TRT. However, it may be entirely unnecessary for many young men. It is this lazy approach to our health in the form of reaching for a little pill and relying entirely upon an outside source for our empowerment and health, which has given rise, credence, and power to Western mainstream medicine and the pharmaceutical industry today. If you know me by now, you know that I am all about taking back our power and harnessing our own brilliant power from within to truly heal ourselves. Bioidentical pellet TRT holds enormous potential for both men and women, but only after all other natural holistic processes have been examined and addressed, and only when used in conjunction with a natural holistic lifestyle in the form of a healthy diet, exercise, and intermittent fasting. Relying upon only one practice, even when it is natural, will not bring the ideal benefits you are truly seeking, especially when it is employed in lieu of making your greatest effort and harnessing all of your drive, determination, and inspiration. I view TRT as only one tool in the holistic health approach, albeit a potentially critical and transformative tool. TRT can be the motivational spark which can provide us with the drive, determination, motivation, and inspiration we are needing. But there are other ways we can harness drive, determination, motivation, and willpower before resorting to TRT. It is important to know that TRT should be the last step of a process of elimination before starting on it, because once you begin TRT, it is most likely going to be for the rest of your life. That is not a problem, but it is a major factor which must be weighed seriously and not embarked upon frivolously. The truth is that for the right person, TRT can be a major game changer, while for others, it may not even be necessary. How can we determine which category you fall into? What do normal testosterone levels feel like compared to low testosterone levels? The best way to describe the major role testosterone levels play in our lives is to look at how a healthy 20-year-old male behaves and feels like in life. in their peak testosterone production. Healthy 20-year-old men do not have many blocks and fears on a physical, neurological, arousal, relational, mental, and emotional level. Their drive, motivation, and willpower is very high, while their strength, energy, flexibility, and resiliency is very quick, responsive, and receptive. A young man in his 20s can party, dance, work out, study, make love, and continue to perform at high levels day after day. This ability to motivate, initiate, energize, engage, make steady gains, and rebound quickly is due to testosterone. How can we increase testosterone and decrease estrogen in men naturally? As with all natural holistic approaches to our health, we must exit imbalance, dysfunction, and disease the exact same way we arrived at our current state, by identifying the root source and addressing the underlying cause of the symptoms. Number 1, eliminate graphic arousal imagery and practice essence retention. You cannot reach your optimal arousal, physical, relational, mental, emotional, and spiritual health as long as you regularly engage in graphic arousal imagery, because you are perpetually fighting against your very own body, mind, and soul. If you truly want to maximize and optimize your physical potency and power with a strong physical fitness, exercise, and weight resistance protocol, you absolutely must have a healthy mind and energy source within. Healthy levels of dopamine and chi energy are maximized by refraining from graphic arousal imagery and all similar virtual imagery, as well as practicing essence retention. This is the crucial key factor, the essential foundation, and the launching pad for optimizing physical fitness and potency. If you are experiencing a lack of arousal and libido and performance dissatisfaction, then the first step is to eliminate the source of the symptoms. We absolutely must eliminate graphic arousal imagery, all similar virtual arousal imagery, and practice essence retention in order to truly know whether the arousal dissatisfaction and dysfunction is originating from regular engagement with graphic arousal imagery, or if low testosterone is a contributing factor. The latest science shows that testosterone is increased by 146% above baseline levels after only 7 days of essence retention. The science is also crystal clear that men who regularly release their essence to graphic arousal imagery drastically deplete their dopamine levels to the same chronically low levels as addicts and alcoholics. Dopamine shares similar attributes with testosterone in our body and brain, and also acts as a powerful positive feedback loop, just like testosterone. Dopamine is also our major arousal hormone and neuromodulator responsible for our drive, determination, motivation, and inspiration in life. It is dopamine, which is absolutely critical for arousal during intimacy and lovemaking. And it is dopamine, which arouses us to every aspect of our lives, determines the course we will chart, and creates the ideal being we are truly meant to be in life. Without healthy levels of dopamine and receptor sites, men behave just like listless zombies and hollowed out corpses, utterly lacking the internal organs of a heart of passion, intensity, magnetism, and empowerment, as well as a brain of clarity, ingenuity, creativity, and inspiration. Number 2, healthy diet and exercise. If you are wanting to take TRT solely for the purpose of enhancing muscle growth, when you already have a strong and capable body and are performing well in all other areas of your life, then I do not necessarily recommend TRT. TRT stands for testosterone replacement therapy, not testosterone enhancement therapy. The goal of TRT is to replace the testosterone levels which have slipped below the upper tier of our natural testosterone levels we experienced in our pinnacle in life, not to supersede it. The goal of TRT is to restore testosterone levels to the upper quartile of optimal testosterone levels, which is between 800 to 1100 nanograms per deciliter. The optimal levels may vary depending on the individual, which is why a holistic approach which views each person as a unique individual is always the recommended approach. An intelligent plant-source diet, in conjunction with intermittent fasting and a robust physical fitness program, is the absolute first step in naturally raising testosterone levels and lowering estrogen levels. I will cover these nuances in greater depth later in this video in the section entitled The Importance of a Holistic Approach to Testosterone. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to catch the next video.